Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going back into Alliance War. This is War number 5 in Season 26, and we are going up against DSVG, Deadly Instinct Savage Squad. And if you know anything about them, they have some really great players. A couple guys on YouTube, Munash and Swedeah. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us. I'm first going up against this Rhino on Path 3, Node 6. It's got Mystic Ward, the armor up, and I'm just gonna go in with Thing. Thing is a XL defender, so I will be able to ignore any protections that I may do when I throw like a big special 2. It will activate and get immediately removed. I think you'll see like right there it was protected and then it was removed. So I'm just gonna stay nice and tight up against the wall as much as possible. While Thing is an XL champ, you know, Rhino can still have his unstoppable dashes be unblockable. So I just want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So nice and tight, do parries, get my combos in, and then bait out his specials, bait out a heavy, but I try not to keep any distance between me and him, because like right there I could have had that go unblockable. So you take that risk. But I'm going to go and smash him with a special 3. So I did parry stun him. I'm going to go in right away. And I think this guy had, the guy had some decent limber. So I didn't attack. I probably could have, but waited out that special. And yeah, we are almost done with this fight. It's nothing too crazy. Rhino is not a difficult matchup, especially when you've got a big champ and you just play nice and tight up against the wall. And yeah, I think this is gonna kill him right here. Special 2, yeah, some big damage. So Thing takes care of that. Rhino, not a concern. And I had joined a little bit late. We were trying to get all this map sorted out, and our 10th guy, Rock, I'm like, hey, tax me with some energy because I'm gonna take 5 fights. So first I take the Rhino, next I'm going to take this Thing, Node 20, it's got the Strike Counter Fury with armor, and then if you happen to get hit with a special, Power Drain. So if you've seen videos before, this is probably just a normal showing of Thing smashing Strike Counter Fury. I'm going to totally ignore the Strike Counter and let the Furies build up and let protection do its thing. So my Thing is a rank 5 max sig, so whenever there is a hit that goes for over 300% damage, it triggers protection. You can see like it's gonna trigger when I don't have protection up now. It's on right now, and then the next hit it will trigger protection, and I basically can't take damage. So I'm going to redline it. I'm not going to throw any specials because I want to keep my rock stacks up at max 20, so that way the protection comes in full, and I'm only going to be taking 1 HP damage on every parry, every block. So yeah, it's a pretty incredible ability that Thing has, and when you can get the opponent to have massive amounts of attack, can be a little bit scary, but Thing just gets around it. So I think this Thing will get up to the max 99 passive furies. So he's already at his 60 furies, and he's at 47 of those passive furies from the Strike Counter Fury node. And I just got to keep an eye on his rock stacks, and I'm basically just going to try to do full 5-hit combos and then make sure that he throws. And I think this fight goes fairly smoothly, and he basically just does that. I don't think I had to dance around too much. I just kept throwing 5-hit combos, and on the third one I'd back off and he would throw it. So you can see just smashing away, and Thing is going down. Okay, so here he does throw at 10, but I go 5 more hits, pushes him over to his L1. We're just smashing away. My Thing is at the 60 fury, so I'm hitting at my max potential. When I parry him, I do trigger his protection on that timer, but not too worried about it. There we had to stagger some combo there to make sure that he got to 15 with the full bar. He throws it, and I think we're going to finish him off right here. I think even before, I think I was going to throw my special, maybe? I think I should have thrown my special, but we're just going to do, yeah, combo him. He's dead. Very minimal health lost on those two Thing fights. Thing is a beast. I love him. He's not quick. They're not quick fights, but they're simple and easy, straightforward fights. So next up we have the Power Snack Node 22 coming out of Section 1 with this Rank 3 Kingpin. Now this is a kind of a good placement. We put on a White Mag's pre-fight guidance ability on him so I can guarantee my stuns. Thing can't be nullified, so Power Snack, get out of here. I don't have to worry about you. The only thing that I have to worry about is backup recovery, and I'm just going to try to make sure that I have him going over 50% health when he has little to no power, so that will keep him to his L1. I'm going to try to keep him to his L1 all day. He does have willpower on this one, so you know, this whole fight he's gaining 79 health per tick. So yeah, I mean it does make a difference over the course of this fight, because I think I go for like 4 minutes. So 4 minutes, 79 times 60 times 2, that's 10,000 health, you know, that he's gonna gain over the course of this fight, just from willpower from his little fist buff thing, or debuff things. I don't even know what they're called. I haven't looked too much into Kingpin. I did awaken him. He'll probably be going to rank 2 for me pretty soon. But yeah, so Thing is smashing away. I'm almost to my max rock stacks. He's almost. We're getting close to the 50% mark. But this is where I do need to make sure. Like I won't throw a special 2 here, because I don't want to accidentally push him over up to like 2 bars of power and the backup recovery kick in. So here we're at 53%, and there we go, just barely tap him. He's at 51%. I'm like, dude, throw your special. I tap into the block. Nope, not having it. He does convert into his Furies. There we go, he does throw, and then yeah, so there he threw special 1, backup recovery, came in, got back to a special 1, and I think I keep him to special 1 throws all fight long. You know, we're over 50% now, and we're just about to cross the halfway mark at 230. So I know I have plenty of damage, particularly because at the beginning of the fight I don't have all my Furies built up. Now I do, so I'm going to be hitting harder, and then when I get into Assassin's range, I'm going to be hitting even harder. So I'm just going to try to bait this guy's special, and I think I'm going to throw a special 3. Maybe I push him back to one more special 1. Probably should have thrown a special 3 well before this, but yeah, it's all right. I think I'm going to get a parry. I think I mess up. Yeah, I remember that. I messed up on the parry. Took a little bit of damage. We're gonna smash him with an L3. We're gonna be fully unstoppable and unblockable. And yeah, the white Magneto pre-fight here makes this fight super manageable. Without it, you know, he could be really stingy with throwing a special 1, and the stuns could be getting shrugged off to get some easy openings. I mean, as long as this guy's throwing his special 1, it's good. I can evade a special 2, but he's going to have a unstoppable, which Thing can take care of on if he throws a special 1 or 2. He has that little light blue unstoppable nullify ability where he can remove it, so it's not like the biggest deal. But yeah, we smash him off with an L2. We finish him off. We just had that one mishap right before that L3, but fairly easy, clean fight. 119 hits. And then next up, we're going up against this Void, who is on node 23. He's got Mixed Master, Aggression Prowess, Power Focus 1. We didn't really have anywhere where I needed to use my torch on the assignments that we had put together, and so we're going to use the pre-fight. You can see that I backed out to make sure that the pre-fight applied. So I'm just going to make sure I stall and don't freak out about having a debuff on me for too long, and yeah, we're just going to let those Nova Flames do their work, melt this guy. Obviously, Void is Incinerate immune, so without the pre-fight, this would not work so well, most definitely. But yeah, we're just gonna make sure that we take care of this guy. And here is where I messed up. I thought I hit the 30th hit right when it was crossing over, and I was just like a smidge too early, but you know, it's all right. We finished him off. I take a little bit more of that intimidating presence debuff damage than I would have liked, but we got the solo. We cleared it. And then last up, I'm still on all of my boosts, and I throw on some Mystic Boost. We having rank 3 Nick Fury on E.M.P, Rolling Thunder, Enhanced Energy Damage attacks, which Nick Fury doesn't have any. And we're just going with Doom. We're going to parry heavy. We're going to try to control this guy, and where possible, push him to Special 2, and not let him throw many Special 1s. So here I'm just going to let, the one nice thing is this guy did not have willpower, as you can see, so it made it even nicer that I could just parry and he wouldn't heal up at all. I'm trying to keep him under 1 bar of power. And yeah, Doom's a tank. I'm bringing in my rank 2 6-star Doom instead of my rank 5 max sig Doom, just because he's got extra health, attack, adrenaline. I didn't really need the shock damage that, you know, and there is no power gain to steal on this this node, so not the biggest deal. We push him over, nullify the Fury, and yeah, push him to L2, and we're just off to the races again. Doom is obviously shock immune, so E.M.P node is not a concern here. And yeah, we're just slowly taking this guy down. Doom is a tank, and we're gonna light off an L2, push him over to L2, give him a little burn damage here, and it's not gonna quite get him, but there we go. We push him over, and now we're gonna do a little dance and let him kill himself significantly. Let that LMD damage tick off to get to 30%, and then we're gonna get back to work. Parry, you know, you can't stun, you can parry, mitigate that block damage, bait those heavies, push them over to L2. I should have probably not. I should have let him just throw that L2 to get an opening, but now he's got the L1. Hold that block, parry him, go back in, hit him with another L2, boom, and hold the block and let him burn. So got a pretty clean kill there on that rank 3 Fury. I was happy about that one. I haven't seen him there too much, but then next up later on that evening, we have a rank 3 Wasp on this Vigor and Indomitable node. We're boosting up, we're taking a lot more fights, and I'm just gonna go in with Doom here. I had the option to go in with Thing, because Thing is also shock immune. You don't want to get shocked by this chick. And I'm just going to basically parry heavy, put on some of the Fate Seals that are going to nullify any of the regens that come up from the Vigor if I can't happen to do enough damage in that interval to get to the 25% mark. So you have to get to 75%, 50%, and 25% health. And here I'm trying to bait an L1. I know her L2 can put on some hurt, so and she just not having it. Of course, she goes right after the regen kicks in, and she was at 52%. Not that big of a deal, though. I mean, a little bit of health, but Doom is a tank, and those staggers, I think I mentioned that it was a Fate Seal, it's a stagger. We're going to prevent any of those regens from triggering, and for the rest of the fight, we're going to hit her with another big L2 here, I believe. And actually, I think I might get to an L3. Yeah, I do. And here we go. We're going to light her up. Wasp, you know, if you do get hit by her, man, she will probably kill you. So there's not room for error, but she doesn't have a ton of health, which is nice. And yeah, we're going to go in. And after that L3, I didn't do any hits, right? That was not intentional. I think I L3'd her and I just wasn't paying attention. And then by the time I was like, oh, I should have done my, you know, medium, light stuff. Yeah, it was just too late, so I just backed up. So next up, you can see I have a buddy with me. I think it's Doomslug. He applied the guidance boost from White Magneto. And this is going to make this fight work just really well. This is Buffet Lionheart. This is a rank 3 Killmonger. I think his sig was around like 60 or 80 or something like that. So the one nice thing is those parries are not going to give him any power. So I can parry all day long and pretty much try to set up the right amount of power for triggering the reverb. And I'm going to be taking minimal damage this whole fight. I did hit into his block when he had some of those unstoppable charges up and got tagged, but took minimal damage. I think protection kicked in. And now we're going to try to bait out this, and then we're going to wait it out. Reverb comes back, but at like 0 power, so I'm taking 15 damage a hit, which is nothing. And we're going to smash him with an L2. Boom. And I think we're going to try to push him back to L1. We just don't get it. And so here I think we're going to wait this stuff out, because I don't want to take any reverb damage, because he was around 1 bar of power. And a rank 3, you know, boosted up in war, that damage could be pretty significant. Alright, there we go. He throws his L1. We hit the reverb again. Low power. We're all good to go. Don't have to worry about Buffet, because Thing is nullify immune, and therefore nothing can get Buffeted. So we won't regen. Yeah, so this is a excellent matchup, to be honest. It's fairly easy. You don't need to armor break them. And yeah, so we do trigger reverb at low damage or low power again, so we're gonna get minimal damage. And we're just gonna keep smashing this dude out, hit him with the big L2, boom! It's like a bomb going off, and then we're gonna let him throw that. And I think I'm just gonna wait this out, get a parry. It's not gonna give him any power because it's a passive stun. And yeah, we trigger reverb again with low power, minimal reverb damage, taking this pretty much this whole fight. So yeah, not probably your typical option to use. We're gonna wait out the reverb again, boom, go back in, again, minimal power. But yeah, Thing works really well for a lot of the Buffet fights. I think he's underrated. Granted, you do need the white mags. If it didn't have the white mags, that would have made a huge difference in the damage, the reverb damage that it would have taken. But I end with over like half health, no problem. So next up we have a rank 3 Sorcerer Supreme going in with Torch. And yeah, we're going to just melt this one. So I already used my pre-fight on the Void on Mixmaster, which isn't the biggest deal, because a Mystic, I'm going to get all that energy and those smolders, the temperature up, this whole fight. And as long as she throws a special, we're good to go, right? And I'm trying to get her to throw a special. I'm taking some blocks. She's not having it. I don't want to dex. because if I deck, she's going to get a decent regen depending on how much incinerates I have on her. It can block it entirely and potentially reverse some of it, but there I'm just going to block that special one, build up some more smolder and temperature, and yeah, I think here we're going to get to Nova. There we go, we got some Nova stings on, and boom, dead. Super quick, super easy with just blocking, playing it slow, medium light, medium, torch, melting mystics like he normally would be expected to. And then last up for this war, I'm going in on this hit monkey who's got brute force, the best defense, spry, and limber. We also have a white magneto on this fight to apply the guidance to get the passive stun so that limber is a non-issue. As far as like the spry and the best defense for the evade stuff, it's not going to come into play because I'm not going to knock this guy down. I'm just going to, even though I got the class disadvantage, you know, the incinerates are going to do a decent amount of work, and you can see it works just fine. And I think this guy also does not have any willpower, so it definitely helps. Otherwise he would get a little bit of health, but it wouldn't be anything too significant. And yeah, special 3s don't trigger hit monkeys, knockdown, crazy monkey, rage thing. And I think I do end up throwing one, I believe. Do I throw it? Maybe after this special one, maybe? Maybe I don't throw it at all. But it doesn't trigger, and I could have, and I would have gotten some, whatchamacallit, Nova Flames, Flame On, burn him. I think I was saving it in case he happened to be super stingy with throwing specials and whatnot, and had to get around the brute force. So yeah, here we go. Now, so he threw the special one, brute force was ticking. We're gonna throw the special 3. We're gonna get Flame On him. You're gonna see he doesn't go into his crazy monkey mode for knocking him down. And I should have just gone in earlier to get a combo in, but he doesn't. I don't think he gets any stings. Yep, doesn't get any stings on that. So we're gonna try to get this guy to throw a special. He does. I want to keep him to a special 1. I'm comfortable with that. I would have just blocked the special 2 had he gotten to that. But yeah, Human Torch does his thing, and we knock out this hit monkey. We go deathless for another war, and for the boss, we have a rank 3 Terrax, and we had already lost this war, unfortunately. I mean, DSVG, good job to them. They cleared like our BG2 in like 8 hours, which was insane. And you know, they died a couple times, but just insane. They got a good plan. They got a good group going on. And while we did okay, some of our guys just kind of got frustrated. But Rock in our battle group, he went in with his rank 3 cleric. He did a great job. Got the solo. Proud of that one. And yeah, so they had 2 deaths in BG1. We had 6. Not the best performance. They definitely did way better than us, but yeah, we ended up losing this one. Good job to DSVG, Munash, and Swedeah, and everybody else in their group. So for this war, I had 9 fights, 9 kills, no deaths. On the season, I'm up to 37 fights, 36 kills with 1 death, and we dropped 10 spots from 12 to 5, or from Masters 12 to number 5 and Platinum 1. So we're 3-1 on the season. It's our first loss. It was a tough matchup, but yeah, we'll try to get back on the horse and do better and get some more wins. But that's through 4 wars, 3-1. It's not too bad. We're still within our reach of our goal of getting Platinum 1 for the season. So we just gotta do better, and we'll see what kind of matchup we get for war number 5. But thanks for watching, fellas. Appreciate you guys, and have a good one. See you in the next one. Peace out.